G'day, I'm Jess Scarrett and welcome to the latest edition of Surfing Australia TV, coming to you from the world famous Kira Point on the Gold Coast, where the waves are absolutely pumping. Now, our show is all about giving you an insight into what Surfing Australia is all about, and here's a taste of what's to come. Today on Surfing Australia TV, we head to Fiji with Ross Clark-Jones and the winner of the VB Slab of the Year competition. Sally Fitzgibbons inspires the future of Australian surfing at her very own pro surfer camp, and we drop by the 28th annual Volcom Kira Teams Challenge. All this plus so much more on Surfing Australia TV. Surfing Australia is really passionate about supporting surfing at a grassroots level, and one event we're particularly proud to get behind is the Volcom Kira Teams Challenge, the world's largest inter-club surfing teams event.
Imagine a junior that's only 13 years old going out and competing against Mick Fanning, Bede Durbridge or Kieran Pirro, who just won the Pipe Masters. No other event anywhere allows that to happen except the Volcom Kira Teams Challenge. This year is our 28th running. It showcases on the Gold Coast here the most elite board riding clubs in Australia.
Overall, the whole world doesn't have anything like what we have here as a club team spirit effect, and I think it's amazing that, everyone stands together, they come down, and it's just such a great vibe. So, we're just showing the world what we're made of. We're a true surfing, country. That's what it is.
Personally, for me, the Volcom Kira Teams Challenge is a passion. It's a love of the sport. And also, I get to see all these guys that I liaise with all year that come to the event. We meet, we have a beer. You have Matt Hoy here. He represents Merriweather.
I come when I was 16 years old. It was a life experience for me. I come up here, I surfed against Darryl, Deep Parkinson in heat. Everything about Australian surfing is Kira Teams titles.
You have the CT surfers here, i.e. Mick Fanning, Bede Durbridge, that grew up with their clubs and come back and surf for their respective clubs. That is the strength of board riding clubs in Australia.
Oh, I love competing for my club. That was when I first got my taste of competitive surfing. I grew up at Stratty and then moved down to the Gold Coast when I was 20, and people were like, oh, are you going to join Snapper or the Alley? And I was like, no way, I'm staying with Point Lookout. And
it's great to have that team sort of feeling, It's a lot of the time you're on the road by yourself, but yeah, that team feeling is pretty damn good. Pretty much every Australian surfer came through at club level. Since being little kids, you surf for your club, and they help you get to junior events and help you get to Aussie titles and stuff like that. And I think it's really cool. I think it'd be great if other countries around the world would get the concept. But I guess that's why Australia's been doing so well over the years, is that we've got that grassroots level.
It doesn't matter who you are, from a 15-year-old kid to a labourer to a WCT surfer. The rivalry of the club contest, this is Australia, mate. It brings people back to the real world and how they are, how they started and how it's always going to be.
You ask Mick Fanning, any of those top boys, they are still nervous when they go out and they compete for their club. It's not an individual sport, it's all about a team.
You got your main guy from each club that are on tour, and even if they're not doing so well and the other guy's doing well, the whole community gets behind you, and yeah, it's really special to have that.
Yeah, the rivalry's insane. A lot of us all grew up together, that are in the club, and then, Kira board riders, Snapper board riders. Yeah, everyone's hanging out. You see Mick Fanning over the back here from Kira, but he knows what club he really wants to be in. Yeah, it's just a good family environment here, boys are wives, young kids and dogs, and it's just a good Aussie beach day, and that's what it's all about.
You've got all these great surfers. They're passing on the uniqueness of the Australian club system. That's one of the reasons why we've been at the top of the world for so long. You know, we haven't got as many titles as Kelly, but Australians are hard to beat, and it's because of this.
Without clubs in Australia, you wouldn't have this type of event. I think it's the passion that clubs and the organisers or the event coordinator puts together, and it's a family event.
Oh, I mean, doing it for your team's so much better than just doing it for yourself. So the boys didn't put pressure on me, but you put it on yourself, and
Got it?
I don't know, I came through. It was good.
There's young kids whose dads are surfing in this, and in 15 years, they'll be surfing in this. It's tribal.
Getting many? Not as many as you, Grumps.
We always wanted to surf, but didn't know how. Now Mum found out about Vegemite Surf Grumps.
You get an awesome Quicksilver pack. We learn all about the ocean and catching waves, and they have the best instructors.
It's like, woohoo! Anyone can do it.
Party wave?
So give it a go. Just go to surfgrumps.com to join.
Earlier this year, Surfing Australia teamed up with VB to create an online event called the VB Slab of the Year. Now, Aussie surfers were able to enter their gnarliest wave or best tube, the grand prize, an ultimate surf trip, all expenses surf trip for the winner and a mate to the world famous Tavarua Island Resort in Fiji with big wave maniac Ross Clark-Jones.
I've got traffic in my head. I never wanna go to bed. I'm tired of waking up to you.
When I first heard that I'd won the trip to Tavarua with Ross Clark-Jones, it didn't actually sink in for a couple of days. It was like, wow, is this a dream? Is someone like playing a trick on me? And then I was just like, I'm really going to Tavarua Island with one of my heroes as I was growing up. So yeah, it was unbelievable. John Bear Cummings, that's who I invited. He's one of my best mates, and I knew he'd stand out over there in the waves and he'd really enjoy it and make the most of it.
Initial reaction when Andrew Stark from Surfing Australia called me and said, you know, how would you like to do the VB Slab of the Year, be the prize to go to Fiji? I'm like, wow, I get an excuse to go to Fiji? This is cool. I just was a bit strange about anyone wanting to go away with me for a week. It was a bit odd.
Heaven on earth, mate. I'm frothing. Look at the welcoming party, they're singing already. And then the boat ride out was just unbelievable, the Tavarua, and then the singing on the beach, and then, you know, putting the shell necklaces on us, and it was almost like a dream. It was surreal, but it was actually happening, and I don't want to leave. I've been here about half an hour, and it's just like heaven. Can't wait for the morning and get up early and go for a surf.
As far as fun goes, for surfing fun, this place is probably as fun as it gets.
The water is the clearest I've ever seen anywhere in the world that I've been. we got to surf all the different breaks, and we saw a swell on the map that was coming later in the week, sort of Thursday, Friday, and Ross was due to fly out actually on the Thursday lunchtime, and we were telling him Friday's the day, Ross, and yeah, he changed his flight, and we got out there at dawn Friday morning, and yeah, it was pumping 4 to 6 feet offshore, and yeah, it was a really good taste of cloud break.
Glad I stayed.
Oh, this place is incredible. Yeah, we're frothing to finally get some tube time at Tabby. Cloud break.
I mean, I've been hearing about Tavarua and this chain of islands for, you know, 25, 30 years, from Tom Carroll and Kelly Slater and all these people, and all these amazing stories of this island with the pool bars and the food and all the stuff that goes on out here. And it's actually better than I imagined. It's better than the stories.
Tavarua is so unique for a lot of reasons. You can't create it, you can't buy it. It's just a very unique experience, and so because of that, I've been here for 10 years, and you know, the surf's amazing, the resort is amazing, it's beautiful.
This island, you've got so much to do. There's gyms, there's table tennis, there's massage. I've had a massage every night, just to pass out.
But all said and done, it's all about the staff. It's been a relationship that has evolved over 28 years. Amazing
staff, you know, they're so lovely, the ladies, the big Fijian smile, and it's always, they're joking with you, and the bars, you know, the bars are serving cold VBs every night as soon as we come in.
Whether it's the surf or, you know, family time, really the key thing that I would love people to leave with is the best experience of their life.
I mean, VB have really killed it, putting this VB Slab of the Year award, sending, you know, two great guys, and I mean, Scott and Bear, his friend, great blokes, good guys, good surfers. They've made the trip. Coming in after a day of surfing all day, having an ice cold VB when you get to the bar, priceless.
As the sun's going down, it's just the most idyllic setting, and the VB is just unbelievable there.
A couple of those, then dinner, massage. Good night, Irene.
So the reason we use the street boards is because biomechanically, technically, they reproduce the style and the technique that you need for surfing perfectly. And from my experience, they are the best containing tool for surfing that there is. If you're sliding out with the looser springs and you go onto the onto the stronger, tighter springs, you can put more force and more effort into the turn and you won't get that slide out. So as your power increases, you can, go up in the range of the stiffness of spring and continually challenge yourself.
Does your cutback need work? Do you want to learn how to do aerials? Or do you just feel you could surf a whole lot better? Take your surfing to the next level with help from www.surfcoach.com. Surfcoach.com is an interactive website to help improve your surfing. The site isn't just for competition surfers, but any surfer who just wants to do a better turn, learn a new move, or simply be more confident whenever they enter the ocean. Visit www.surfcoach.com now to find that edge you've been looking for.
I'm here to demonstrate the super hydrophobic qualities of the nanotube speed coating. And so basically what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to shake these two bottles up here, and what you see is the nanotune, which has been coated, just drips straight away. And this is an untreated side, which you can see here is still, all the water is stuck to the side. So with paddleboarding, and what I like to do with the paddleboarding, if that's a 1% or 2% difference over a 5-hour race, that could be the difference between 5 minutes or 10 minutes being in front or behind. So, saying the Molokai Channel, you could try and get on a bump which is going to project you 100 metres, and if you don't quite get that, that's 100 metres that you lose, and you're never ever going to get to catch up. So with the nanotune protection on the bottom of your board, you are going to get that projection, you are going to get the glide, which in turn is going to get you to the end of the race faster. So this is the pre-tuner. Basically, I'm just going to spray the board lightly here. And here we are, just rubbing on nice and light. Circular motion, not too hard. So now step 2, the most important part of the nano-tuning process, which is the speed coating. So basically what you do, get this light coating over half the board at the start, and you've got to shake it, actually. Shake it really good, because that's what the shaking does, you get all the nanoparticles moving and gets onto your board. So now, basically just a nice, even circular motion. I like to hit the rails, also the fins, because any surface that's hitting the water, you want to get the maximum performance out of it. Even nano-tune the fin, the JM Futures there. Great thing about this is the process only takes a few minutes, and your board is nano-tuned and ready to fly. The simple 2-step process to nano-tune your board takes less than 2 minutes. I guarantee you the results will be amazing. For a one-time application, check out the Nano Speed Wipe. They're rad. If you want to go faster, fly higher, land smoother and glide further, make sure your next board comes factory nano-tuned. I'm Jamie Mitchell, reminding you to stay tuned.
Come February, there's a real surfing buzz about the Gold Coast as the world's best surfers roll into town to kickstart the ASP World Championship Tour at the Quicksilver and Roxy Pros at Snapper Rocks. Time now to take a look at some of the awesome surfing that took place in the final round of the Quickie Pro.
As the final day of surfing begins, the elite of the World Tour play out the final rounds and contend for the title of Quicksilver Pro champion. Australian Owen Wright falls to Brazilian Adriano de Souza in the quarterfinals. Ace Buchan's run comes to an end at the hands of a firing Taj Burrow.
It's obviously disappointing for me to have lost in the quarters. It's good to be a part of a really exciting heat, and Taj just got me right at the end, and he's looked sharp all event.
Jordy Smith's speed and power books him a place in the semi-finals over Joel Parkinson. Josh Kerr and Kelly Slater go head-to-head in what's becoming somewhat of a regular clash at the tail end of competition. This time, Kerr gets the better of the exchange.
Yeah, 5th place, lost in the quarters to Josh Kerr. I know he busted a couple errors and reverses, so you got to watch out in small ways like this. When you get Josh, he's going to get you. So. Semi-finals should be good. You got Adriano and Josh. Other side of the draw, you're going to have Taj and Jordy. We'll see what happens there. That should be an interesting heat.
De Souza secures his place in the Quicksilver Pro 2012 final. Taj Burrow meets Jordy Smith in the second semi-final. And continues his stellar form, advancing to the final against De Souza.
Adriano versus Taj, they're both going to, obviously bring a lot of heat, and they're going to be quick and aggressive. Yeah, I think it'll be a great final.
I was out at a party. I took a girl who looked friendly. She seemed glad to meet me. I don't know. But she spoke so sweetly. She seemed glad to meet me. She took me in completely. Oh, then did I realize.
TV just went loony town on one, and it's making for an exciting finish. Adriano only needs like a 6-point wave, so he can get that easy.
With just a few seconds remaining and only needing an above-average score to win, Adriano de Souza throws a radical inverted aerial in the last wave of the event, still being judged as the competitors walk up the beach. But de Souza's score falls short. Taj Burrow is the 2012 Quicksilver Pro champion.
It's the best way to start, that's for sure. Yeah, just hope to snowball the confidence and yeah, win another event.
Most young surfers only dream about surfing with and getting tips from a professional like Sally Fitzgibbons. Well, thanks to Surfing Australia's High Performance Centre, that dream has become a reality for a handful of grommets.
such an enjoyable time to come back up and spend it here at the HPC and work with, you know, with the grassroots really. And it's so easy working with Groms that are that excited to, you know, improve their surfing and show how much they love their surfing at the moment. When I go into competition, I definitely have a routine. It makes it so easy to coach the young kids when, you know, they have that interest and drive that they want to be the best they can be. I tend to just keep watching, keep collecting information and listening to scores. And, you know, looking at the amount of questions that they had for me, it really sort of sends that message that they're keen to carry on with it and get into the competitive side of the sport. And so your opponents, because if you catch a wave, and there's 3 competitors here, and you've caught it right, and you paddle back out and sit in them, it's just going to be really hectic. When you're in the gym and try and think of unstable surfaces, because when we're surfing, you're always, you know, off guard and moving around, and so if you're actually training in that environment, it sort of helps your body to adapt. I think it's a really exciting time for surfing at the moment. You know, with the government support and the new building going up, I think the HPC is definitely just growing rapidly, and I think with the new facilities, it'll provide all those little things that are needed to help everyone, all the Australian athletes on the World Tour. It just shows that, you know, Australian surfing from grassroots all the way up to the World Tour is in really safe hands, and it might even be just what's needed to bring those world titles back to Australia.
Well, the waves are still pumping, but sadly our show's come to an end. Now, if you want more info on anything that you've seen today, just jump onto our website, surfingaustralia.com. I'm Jess Garrett, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time for more Surfing Australia TV.